Hey guys, before this video rolls, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Brian and Eldon for buying a sticker from us. We really appreciate the support that you guys have given. You know, whether you guys watch the channel and give us thumbs up and comments, or you buy a sticker, the stickers go towards, you know, towards fueling us and getting us places, doing product reviews, and just general support, camera gear. You know, that stuff is expensive, so we really do appreciate it. If you guys are interested in buying a sticker, if you go down to the description below underneath this video, it'll say sticker purchase and channel support. You click on that, you can use your debit, credit, or PayPal account. It'll send it right to us. Make sure you include your shipping address so we can mail these out to you. They go out the same day that you guys order them. And again, we really appreciate your support. Good morning, guys. So I had a job this morning, and then there was this park like a minute away. Whoop, I think the camera's fogging up on me a little bit. Damn Florida humidity. Check out this big giant tiki pavilion. This would be an awesome place to have a party. Boy, it's not looking too good over here though. No. I can see the sky.
If it rains, you get wet.
Yeah, just a little bit. But that's part of the fun. So it's not a huge park. As you can see, this is the parking lot right here. They have a nice clean bathroom, which is surprising for a state park. Somebody must really take care of it.
Nobody's here.
Yeah, I never
uses it.
But the Battle of Okeechobee, this is like a battlefield park, and they have all this information about it and stuff, and what you can do here. You can actually fish here too, and they have trails that we're gonna go take a walk on. So let's go check it out. I feel a little strange being here because someone's house is right there, but there's like a sign over that says restricted area, like not to go over that way. So it says there's a trail, and I'm trying to find the trail.
And there's supposed to be like a thing with like what happened over here and stuff. So
yeah, like little placards and stuff. I guess we'll see. But Cody's in his glory. He gets to run around today. Right, Cody? Cody? Yeah. Maybe I could find some World War II bullets or something. Shell casings, maybe?
I don't think so.
Some arrowheads? Something? This is really weird. I don't know, guys. This is really weird. I'm walking around. I don't see anything.
It's like I'm on someone's farm.
That's a good-looking bus over there. Do you guys see that bus? I wish I had a bus. Whoa! Jesus. Sean, pay attention. All right, I don't know. I don't see no trail. Somebody lied to me. So, I wanted to first take the time to thank everybody for the really nice comments. That video that we did 2 videos ago with the shuttle bus conversion, if you haven't seen it, I will put a link up above and you guys can check it out. But we did a full tour on the shuttle bus just to kind of show you guys where we're at, you know, what we have going on in the bus, what kind of amenities you can put in the bus.
And we're not done yet.
Right. And, you know, that you don't have to be a millionaire to, you know, build something like this. You know, you go on Instagram or YouTube and you see these people with these buses that cost $40,000, $50,000 and they're all glammed out and they're beautiful. But one, that's really not the case most of the time. Most of the time it's more of a build like ours, or you slowly build it up. You know, the ones you see on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, they by the snap of the finger, their bus is done and it's all perfect and everything is beautiful, and then they go on and they live their trouble-free YouTube life, and their bus never breaks down and everything. And you know, so we just wanted to show you guys that you can build a bus, or you know, and this, it doesn't have to be a bus, guys. It could be honestly a car, a van, a truck, you know, whatever you want, a minivan, whatever you want to build out.
Anything.
Yeah, whatever your budget is, whatever the size you want to be. You know, some people just don't want to be in something this big and this gas guzzling. I mean, this thing takes a lot of money to fill. Between this and the gas cans for the generator and stuff, we spent $100 on gas today. Now, that $100 will last us probably about a week or so, depending on how busy we are with jobs and where we're driving to. You know, and if you were doing this and, you know, maybe you work remotely from home, you don't have to travel as much, you can find a nice spot to hang out for a couple days and just kind of enjoy it, and then maybe mosey on down the road a little bit and then find another spot and so on and so forth, so your gas might last you even longer.
Yeah. But us, we travel all over Florida for work, so we burn a lot of gas, and then plus with the heat, we have a dog, so you got to keep him in mind while you're working, so we take the generator out to make sure he's okay.
Right, that's another thing. If you have a pet, you know, I know sometimes it's hard if you don't have a ton of money, you know, you can't afford the generator running all the time, and you can't afford an air conditioner depending on...
And you don't want to get rid of your pet to be able to live this lifestyle. Right,
but you have to make sure that pet is comfortable and safe, you know. You don't want anybody, especially if you're living in a climate like Florida or Arizona or Texas or something, you don't want to, you know, have your dog have a heat stroke while you're in ShopRite or what, you know, whatever store
or if
you're
working. There's people that have regular jobs and have their pets in their vehicles, It's if we had regular 9-to-5 jobs, I would have to have the generator on in the parking lot of my job,
right,
to know that he's okay.
So luckily we're pretty fortunate to do what we do and to do what we're able to do. With work, Sam's usually checking on Cody constantly. Now it's cooling off, which is really nice, so we don't have to run the generator so much, although the next couple days while we're in southern Florida, it is a little more hot and more humid, so the generator is running a little bit more. But when we go up north, central Florida, northern Florida, it starts to get cooler to the point where it actually gets cold at night and we don't even have to run the generator. Sometimes, if it gets cold enough though, we do have to run the generator for heat.
Yeah.
But
that hardly happens though.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about it. I just don't know if I'd use it enough to justify the purchase. I am thinking about buying a diesel heater. They're pretty convenient. They can run off of the Jackery. So they run on diesel fuel, but they need a 12-volt DC source. So you can either hook it up to a battery or you can hook it up to your Jackery to power it. I gotta look into it. I
don't think we're gonna be using it that much to make it, my opinion.
Yeah.
We're only going up to New York for Christmas, so we have to worry about, we have that little heater, so we're just worried about that keeping us warm enough. But I just can't justify the price of paying for a diesel heater, just using it for those 2 or 3 days while we're up in New York.
Right.
Heading up, I should say.
But that is an option for you guys. If you guys are in a colder climate, and you don't want to run a generator, or you can't maybe afford, an expensive or, more expensive generator, like an inverter generator, I've seen the Chinese diesel heater, the one I was going to buy. I'll put a link down below if you guys want to check it out. I think it's $189. Yeah, I think it's $189, and it's pretty simple to install. It's pretty much an all-in-one package. It has the little diesel tank on. You open the cap, you put the diesel fuel in, you run an exhaust line outside, and then the heat just comes out nice and hot. And I've seen people where they're running them in here, and it's 20 degrees outside, and they say it's comfortably and easily 70 degrees in here, which is very impressive. And this unit is small; it's only this big, and it's super quiet, they said as well. So I don't know. Down the line, once we start traveling outside of Florida more, if we ever go to out in the fall or possibly the winter time, maybe, we'll get a diesel heater, that way we're nice and warm and I don't have to worry about running a generator. So as far as building out, guys, you could take your time. If you watched our videos on this bus, we bought this bus back in July of 2021.
And we rushed into it, we had to jump into this.
Yeah, if you don't already know, our van went down. We had a conversion van, and the motor was just really going out on us, so we had to buy something. And Sam was always kind of complaining about the size of the van. It is pretty tough for 2 people.
I like being able to stand. I hate having a slouch, or I have bad knees, so I can't be on my knees crawling in the conversion van.
Right.
Plus with how tight it is, when we had that AC, that portable AC taking up half the space, it was very cramped. For 2 adults, and at one time it was 2 dogs, it's too much.
Yeah, I mean, some people can put up with it, but I mean, when you get into something like this and you get more, I guess, spoiled, the word is.
Yeah, I'm
and you can have a kitchen and you can have everything, it's nice. But again, when you have something this big and with this much stuff, you are paying a premium for it.
Yeah.
Between gas and breakdowns and parts and tires and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, the bigger you go, the more expensive it is, but I'm trying to think of comfort-wise and make it that it's worth paying this much more money. And it is, for me, it is paying more money for gas and stuff to be able to just walk right into our house and have the bed and the toilet and the kitchen and be able to grab whatever I need. Now I have to pull whatever out from under the bed to get a fork or whatever.
So like I said, if you guys go back to our videos, back to July, you'll see us getting the bus. You'll see it, in its original state with the original paint job, and you'll see the original interior. It had seats in it and the flooring and everything.
That was fun to get out.
And we just slowly did everything.
Yeah.
I have yet to hit the Powerball. I don't know the numbers. Nobody's given them to me. So we're sitting here, busting our butts and just doing everything little by little. So at first we took everything out, and I bought a bed frame and a mattress from Walmart. By the way, it's very, very comfortable. Mainstays, 8-inch memory foam mattress, super, super comfortable. Highly recommend. And
the frame that we got can turn into a king.
Yeah, if you could spread it out, it'll go from a queen to a king, right? Or you could use it as 2 twins.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You could do a Lucy and Ricky moment.
Yeah, right. So we started out with something like that. I didn't have a TV. I didn't have a countertop.
Yeah, we didn't buy this and immediately got everything and put all that in there. No, we didn't have money like that.
Yeah, and I
start slow. Do what I know, when you watch other people and you're like, oh, I really want to do that. Oh, I'm so jealous I don't have money like that. We stared with just a bed in here at one point.
Yeah.
So and our Alpicool. And our clothing bin.
To be honest, the most expensive part of getting into the shuttle bus life is the shuttle bus, depending on what kind of bus you buy, what year, how many miles.
And prices went up, like, drastically.
Right, with the whole pandemic, things are pretty nuts. Our bus, we have a 2015 E350. We bought it with 141,000 miles on it, which, believe it or not, isn't that many miles for these motors. They are well known to go past the 300-mile mark. But this bus was $9,000. And it was, when I bought it, it was running mint. There was nothing wrong with it. It drove beautifully. I did know it needed tires. But as soon as we got it home, maybe like a week or two later, my alternator went, my water pump went, and that was like $1,200, and then another $1,200 for 6 tires on this thing. Yeah. So if you're on, like, say, Social Security disability or something, and you're only getting maybe $700, $800 a month, this probably wouldn't be the best option for you.
Gas alone would take your whole money.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, depending on how much you moved around, but it would kill you.
But you don't you don't. When you live this lifestyle, you want to be comfortable. So live within your means. Like even if you're in a house, you know, whatever you spend, be mindful of how much you spend on whatever.
Yeah, the whole goal, honestly, for us to get into this lifestyle is, one, is to travel, and two, to actually build up a savings, not have to worry about paying some landlord $12 or more $100 a month.
And being told what you can and can't do in the place that you're renting.
Right, and not doing a 9-to-5 job every day, and not having to just sit around and, you know, work, come home, take a shower, eat, and go to bed, and then repeat.
We've done that already.
Yeah.
And we're sick of that.
Yeah.
We believe in living life now, traveling while we're still able to, because who knows in 5 years if we're going to be able to, if we're even going to be here, I'm being honest. So live life to the fullest now, because tomorrow is never promised.
Yeah, you know, a big part of this channel is trying to inspire people to...
And we did with that video. Like, I couldn't believe, like, how many comments I've been getting, and how many people are sharing my photos, like that. I just, like, I love that. I love being able to inspire people to go and follow their dream. You don't have to have a shuttle bus, like we said. Just if you want to just get out. There's women that are living in cars that I see every day are so happy just to get out and to be away from their apartments and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it's nice that I was inspiring a lot of people to show them that, you know, it's our little studio apartment. People are like, wow, like they were blown away by like how simple our build is.
Yeah, a lot of people think, you know, and I think it's because of like the YouTube stigma that you know, you have to have these big fancy RVs or these big fancy buses. YouTube makes it seem
like it's a fairy tale.
Right, and they don't tell you how to support yourself on the road, how to get a job, where your income comes from. People will try to sell you books and stuff like that, and teach you, you know, digital nomad marketing and this and that, but that stuff is, unless you're really good with like art or I don't know. Yes.
There's a lot of people that, you know, do music and stuff, which is really cool. Which, you know, we like that, but it's
not that easy. You don't just walk into it like, you know, people make it seem on YouTube. You have to figure out somehow what you're good at, what you can do on the road. And some people just do gig work all over the country. You know, they'll go to one city, maybe they'll work for a couple weeks for a certain job or a festival or an event, and then they'll bounce to another place. You know, the beet harvest, I know people supposedly make like, I don't know, like $5,000 or $10,000 in like a month or two. And you know, they hustle, they work hard. I think it's a month.
And you got DoorDash that you could do, Instacart. There's a whole bunch of stuff like that. You could do rideshare stuff.
Yeah, that's other stuff too. But at that point, you have to make sure you have a car that's, you know, economical. You can't be doing that in something like this, obviously. You'll be losing every time.
But if you have a minivan or SUV, it's perfect for you.
Or a car, run that Prius life, you know? Put the back down. Saw it in that video at the Tiny House Festival. The lady had a Prius, and her bed was laid out, and she was
part-time, but she didn't care. She loved it.
Yeah, and
she loved showing it off.
And she was ready to go full-time in it too for a while, and eventually she was going to upgrade to a van. And that's exactly what you guys can do. You can start out in a car, and, you know, after a while, save up some money, do whatever you got to do, buy a van. And if the van ends up not being big enough, you could buy something else. Buy a box truck or a shuttle bus.
Yeah, you could always upgrade. You could always downgrade.
Yeah, whatever. You got to find what works for you guys. You know, some people are totally fine in a car and they don't want to change it for the world, and some people prefer an RV with all the amenities or whatever the case is. Something like this is really nice because you can custom conform it to whatever you want. You know what I mean? The thing I like about how our bus is set up, and we're not done obviously, but it's an open floor plan. A lot of people I see building shuttle buses and school buses, they start putting up walls and they
separate the kitchen from the bedroom.
Yeah, and they jam the bed in the back, and and then it's just
and then you got the walls like caving in on you, so that like your face is like right here when you when you turn.
Right, and I mean, like, again, that's your prerogative. You can build your bus however you want. This is America, but I'm just telling you guys how I like it. This is wide open. I can.
That's why it looks so spacious in the photos too, in the video, is because we don't have any walls up.
Right. So this video is just kind of quickly. I wanted to get everything out. Well, kind of quickly. I know we've been kind of rambling a little bit, but I really want to stress to you guys that, you know, you don't know what tomorrow brings, and just get out there and do it. You know, there's so much to see in this country, and a lot of people are stuck on this stigma that you have to get a job, and you have to get a house, and you have to go into debt with hundreds of $1,000s loan to buy a house, and, you know, do the 9 to 5 every day. And that's just not the case. And I think more and more people are starting to see that you can go out and, you know, have a nice savings account and actually be able to still travel and see the world and not do the same thing every day, and just have freedom. It's a really amazing, you know, feeling, guys.
And I know a lot of people too is that they get nervous about what their family would say. And we had our family that was a little apprehensive in the beginning, but then they saw how happy we were. So just keep in mind that you might have a family member that might not be okay with it, but in the end, it's always about your happiness. And what's easy for us is that we don't have kids.
Right.
So we were able to just jump into this lifestyle. But if you do have kids, you do have to keep them in mind.
And it's not impossible with kids. You know, there's plenty of people that I see that are traveling full time with kids. They do the remote learning, and honestly, with today's schooling and all that, it's probably better off that way anyway.
Don't let your kids hold you back. Let them explore and live life to the fullest as well.
Let them learn some real skills, not the Pythagorean theorem.
And they said
I use that every day.
And they said we would never have a calculator on hand. What is this?
Yeah, what's that? I broke Sam's phone.
Oh yeah, look, if you guys know a good phone case, because I had my screen. He dropped it. It was on the counter, and I don't know, he hit it. So yes, I have to go on our day.
I didn't hit it. I dropped it.
Yeah. So yeah. So if you guys know a good case, because I don't know, every case that I get, it just doesn't help.
Yeah.
I had the OtterBox. That thing is garbage. I hear nothing but bad reviews about it. Yeah, for it being expensive, there's a lot of bad reviews. So if you guys can recommend a phone case for me.
Right.
It's kind of random after what we're talking about, and now I'm telling you.
Also, I know another thing, guys, before I forget it. You know, I know I promote the Jackeries a lot. I'm not affiliated. They haven't sent me anything for free. If they want to, they can, but they haven't. I've paid every dollar that they charge for them.
Yeah, we get asked a lot about why we need so many Jackeries.
Yeah, and
we have 3.
It's because I use them for different appliances.
Yeah, if you have a lot of electronics, it's worth having. The 1000, we strictly try to just keep that for the fridge.
Yeah.
The 160 and the 240 will either go towards the TV or our LED lights or any other small appliance that we may have.
Right.
But the Keurig and other stuff like that drains a lot more, so you have to put that in the Jackery 1000.
Right, but the reason I brought that up is you don't necessarily have to go with a Jackery. There are cheaper portable power stations out there that you can go with. You know, there's some Chinese brands. Are they as accurate? I really don't know. I haven't done any reviews on anything like that. I just heard, I was reading up a lot about Jackery, and I know they were pricey, but I know they, you know, they hold their own, and they really do. A lot of
people do videos more on Jackeries that we saw at the time.
Yeah, but they also have the Rock Pals, which I heard is actually very good, and I think it's about $100 or $200 cheaper than the Jackery. So they were supposed to send me one, a Rock Pals 500, and I was going to do a review on it. They emailed me and everything. I don't know what happened, but they never got back to me.
We got so excited. We're like, oh wow, somebody wants to sponsor us.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to that. That was like almost a month ago.
Yeah, so Rock Pals, if you're watching this, you know.
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, send me that out. I really would love to do a review on that.
Yeah, because I don't want to be strictly just with the Jackery. I want to be able to test something else out to let you guys know how it is. I'm not going to tell you something about Rock Pals or another power station when we don't even know anything about it.
Right, and honestly, when I get that, I would probably do like a giveaway for you guys or something, because we're more or less pretty much set up. So, you know, again, Rock Pals or Jackery, if you guys want to send me out one, let me know. Other than that, guys, that's what I got for you today. Just keep in mind, you know, that you only live once, as far as I know, and, you know, just, you can start small and work your way up as far as being a nomad, but I definitely encourage all of you guys to get out there and live your lives and, you know, see this great country or wherever you're watching this from.
But we also want you, like, if you can't travel due to medical or whatever, we hope that with our channel, you can kind of live through us and, like, we bring you everywhere.
Yeah, vicariously. Absolutely. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys are all having a great night. And Samantha and I will see you guys in the next video.